Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer is Best. Let's start this 1984 Chevy C10 truck left turn build and enjoy it before the rain gets here. We're supposed to get a bunch of it. Oh my. Okay. Check my glue traps. No mousies. Let's see how quick left turn starts. Hopefully start pretty quick. Guys, I'm losing it. Hang on a minute. Let me connect the battery, okay? Okay, I connected the battery. That's kind of embarrassing, wasn't it? I'm just starting them up, letting them run a minute. Maybe you watched the video on this truck, my 78 C10 truck. Billy James, this is left turn Bill. Just thought I'd start it and let it run for a few minutes because I'll just repeat myself again. I know y'all's tired of hearing it, but I'm fixing to have knee surgery in the next few days, and I'm going to get knee replacement on this knee, and then when this heals up, this knee. So we just come back from the doctor a while ago, well, an hour or so, I don't know, a couple hours ago, whatever. And Mrs. PIB, my wife, and I did. And so mashing a clutch, like this truck is a 4-speed. As you can see, I've got the clutch mashed. It might be a struggle for me for a while, so I'm trying to keep everything moving, you know, start them up, run them, whatever. Maybe when I get away from my what do you call those things, walker thing, you know, where you hang on, maybe when I start walking on a cane with a cane, and you know, and it's a decent day, you know, maybe I can walk out here and at least just start them, sit in them for a minute. You know, guys, these old trucks like this right here, I just like sitting in them. I mean, can you imagine? I'm always telling myself that, even when I'm just sitting in them, if I'm not even doing a video. And I started not to even do a video, but you know, just let them run. I just like thinking about what all went on in 1984, the year this truck was born. In 1984, I was welding in aluminum trailers, petroleum trailers, you know, like trucks that bring fuel to your local filling station, you know, gasoline trailers, petroleum trailers. That's what I did. I welded on petroleum trailers. I've done that for years. I think probably 15 years of doing that. And the doctor said that's probably what contributed a whole lot to my knees going bad. But anyway, it's a good job. You know, you read blueprints and measured things out, you know, put different parts of it. I know at the gas station, when you go and you see a petroleum trailer there filling up the gas tanks at the filling station, they all look the same, but in reality, they are not the same. I thought so too. But when you start building them, when you start building the petroleum trailers and, you know, going by blueprints and different customers and whatnot, they are totally different. I know they look the same because I was guilty of it too. This is a left turn Bill. If you've never seen it before, it's a 350 4-speed. It was born a 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the column, but it's all been changed. This is it. It's just an old, what I call a shop truck. I've rattle can painted it and you know, two-toned it, and this truck's had extensive work done to it. Lots of extensive work. Anyway, getting back on the petroleum trailers that I used to work at, made a lot of good friends there, real good friends that I still talk to this day. And I really like the job, but it's hard on your body, guys. It's hard on your body. When you get inside those tanks, you know, they're kind of curved, Just look at them sometime next time you're filling up your car or truck. Kind of got a little curve to it. It's hard welding inside those tanks. You know, it's hard on your body. I mean, you're on your knees all day, and if you're not welding inside the tanks, you're welding on the outside of the tanks. Now those tanks, you know, when I was working there, they come in on like railroad tracks, like, you know, cross over the road, you know, a railroad track. Well, that's what they ride on, is little things that go on the railroad tracks. Okay, it holds the trailer that you're building up on. You know, it'll turn either way with a button. Trunnions, that's what they're called, trunnions. Anyway, you turn it by hand with a big old long cord, you know, like 40-foot long cord, 42, 45-foot long cord. And like I said, if this is the top of the trailer, you know, where you go in through the manhole and all that stuff, at the very top of the trailer, you know, the tank, you can turn the tank either way, and we were on a wooden platform. But my point is that wherever you go on that tank, it's always curved. So I mean, you're beating and banging with big hammers and spoons. When I say spoons, it's a big, like from here to here, you know, kind of a spoon shaped flat, and then it's got a handle. Well, you got that in one hand and a 5-pound hammer in your other hand, and you're beating that aluminum down to get it close where you can weld it. You know, I know it don't make no sense me telling you, but believe me, it gets rough on your knees. And I was having to go get my knees drained. You know, my knees had swell up real big, you know, with fluid in them, and I'd have to go get my knees drained a lot. And the last time I went, you know, the doctor said, Jimmy, he said, you need to find another line of work. He said, this is, you know, your knees are in pretty sad shape, which I knew that already. You know, I could just get down on my knees and start welding. I could just feel my knees, it just felt like jello. So, anyway, like I said, I really enjoyed working there. It was different. You know, a lot of people, you know, people counted on you to make sure that there's no leaks. And I was the guy at the end of the line, you know, when the tank come down to me right before they picked up the tank with a giant crane and put it on wheels. I was the guy that done all the repairs, you know, checking for leaks and, you know, fixing mistakes other welders further up the line had made, you know, cosmetic and, you know, structural too. So, I mean, it's an interesting job, and I enjoyed doing it. You know, I remember one time we had visitors from Exxon come in the facility, and you know, at the time, me and another buddy of mine, there was 2 of us, we took the welding test, aluminum welding test, to keep the company state certified in the state of Tennessee. You know, you'd have to weld all kinds of angles and this, that, and the other, you know, heliarc, and, you know, just all kinds of, anyway, trying to make this short. I'm just letting this truck run, okay? Just kind of bear with me. It's good for this truck to run a few minutes. Anyway, I remember the guys from Exxon, you know, pretend like this is a tank, you know, and I'm standing here with my welder and stuff, and the plant manager of where I worked at come up to me with all his Exxon entourage, come up to me, and they were talking to me, you know, because I'm the last guy before it gets mounted. And I remember the Exxon guy was talking to me, you know, the big honcho guy for Exxon, and they had a big order there for a bunch of tanks, and Exxon tanks were very complicated. I mean, air systems and all this other stuff. It is a real complicated petroleum tank to build, and it took a long time to build one. But anyway, I remember he said, the Exxon executive that was talking to me, he said, well, Jimmy, he said, what happens if something's, I forgot how he worded it exactly, but if something is exactly not right with the tank, and he said your boss is wanting you to get that tank done, you know, get it out, put it on wheels, so the next, it's like a train. I mean, my end, the rest of them is down the line. I mean, if all those folks down through there, like 8 or 10 tanks were behind you, and they're all done waiting on me to get my part done, you know, it was you know, the whole bunch would be waiting on me. You get it? So I mean, I'm the last guy, you know, that does everything before it gets mounted on the wheels and stuff. Anyway, the Exxon guy was saying, you know, Jimmy said, what if your boss is breathing down your neck, wanting you to get the tank done so it can get mounted? He said, cause you know, time is money, something to that effect. And I said, sir, I said, you don't know me. I said, but I'm going to tell you how I am. I said, if it's not right, this tank's not moving. I said, I don't care if everybody up the line is having to wait on me. I said, I don't care how long it takes. I said, I'm going to make sure when this tank leaves, it's the best. It's the best. There's no problems. It's the best. You know, no problems whatsoever. I said, I have the authority on this whole line to stop the whole line. And I said, my plant manager, I tell you that. I said, I can stop this whole line from ever moving until I fix all the mistakes or any leaks that are on the tank. You know, I said, it's, you know, the quality is right here. It stops right here. I said, it's right here. I said, I'm not going to let a tank get on the road if it's leaking or has a structural issue or anything like that. And there's been times, you know, I've had to, you know, it's took days to fix something, you know. So anyway, I don't know how I got started on that. Anyway, like I said, I really enjoyed that job. I really did. It was a good job. It didn't pay what it should have. None of us got paid what we should have been paid. That was a highly skilled job. I mean, not anybody could do it, and it takes several years just to get good at it. You know, when to do this, when to do that. You know, I mean, you go inside the tank where I was working. You go inside, you check for leaks. You go on the outside of the tank and you check for leaks. I mean, you fix everything. I mean, the petroleum tank is, you know, perfect. And you know, Exxon wouldn't have it any other way. So anyway, when I see this truck, sometimes I think about that. Not the year 1984. I'd been there several years by then, and you know, I was getting pretty good at my trade, you know, at welding and, you know, and fixing cosmetic things to, you know, like I said, to the point, you know, that I was one of the best they had at that time. I'm not saying I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just saying at that time in my life, there was a bright point, you know, in my life that I was pretty good at something. Me and another fella were pretty good at stuff, and I learned a lot from him. He'd been there longer than me, and he taught me tricks and, you know, gave me skills and encouraged me to be like him, and I've done my best to be like him. Like I said, I made some of the best friends I've ever had in my life there, and when you went into that facility, it was like you were on your own. I mean, you were, I don't know how to say this, but let me. Anyway, my point is, when I was working there, if you made somebody mad at you, you better watch your back, because things can, how can I say this? Things can happen. Does that make sense? things can happen that, you know, that you might regret, is what I'll say. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, I liked everybody, and you know, everybody liked me. We all got along good. But you know, somebody could sabotage something if you weren't careful. So I mean, I never did. I always got along with everybody. I joked. I still, when I talk to them, you know, I always joke around. I'm very seldom ever serious about anything. You know, and I'll take a, you know, I like people kidding around with me, joking around with me, you know, but you have to be respectful about it. Anyway, I enjoyed that job, and like I said, sometimes if I just come out here and sit in this truck, I think, you know, at that time I was driving a 1968 Ford. Well, that wind's getting up. A 1968 Ford short bed truck, 6-cylinder, 3-speed on the column, and it needed a lot of work. But having a 1984 Chevy truck, you know, brand new, oh my goodness, I never thought I'd ever own something. And y'all's laughing, I'm sure. I never thought I'd own anything like this. But I'm glad to have old Left Turn Bill here. And I know I've talked a lot, and I hope y'all understand what I was trying to tell y'all. You know, I guess I'm just telling y'all a little bit about my life, if anybody cares. But I sure do like this old truck, and you know, like I said, I'm just trying to let it run a few minutes. I won't be able to come out here as often as I'd like to with Left Turn Bill and Billy James here. This is Billy James, if you've never seen it. 350 with a 400 turbo, it's automatic. This is the one I'm kind of concerned about because it's a 4-speed. I won't be able to mash a clutch, I don't think, for a while. So, but anyway, I've had a good life, considering, you know, everybody's got ups and downs, right? And I've had both, but the last several many years since I married Mrs. PIB, my life's went up. I mean, it's just, oh my. Sometimes if you marry the wrong person and they're doing things behind your back that you don't know nothing about, and everybody in town knows it, that you're the last one to know, that's not too much fun. Kind of makes you feel foolish. Well, I did. I felt really foolish. Everybody knew it. Anyway, let's get off that, okay? Anyway, everybody's got a life. Everybody's had rough times and good times. And I'm at the point where I've got good times. I just want to get my knees replaced. And I didn't know this till today. I'll tell you this real quick. No, I don't want to get into surgeries or nothing much, but he told me, I asked him, I said, I was told that my knees, when he replaces my knee with a titanium, I think that's what he said. Like I said, I was halfway listening, halfway not, because I really don't want to know. But he said I'll have silicone, and then my knee cap, I'll still have it. So I didn't know that. So he says it's going to take about an hour and a half for the surgery, and I'll be knocked out, you know. And so if y'all wouldn't care to pray for me, pray for my wife who'll be taking care of me, you know, just kind of pray for us both, I guess. I would certainly be grateful. And you know, I'll try to maybe keep you posted now and again, see what's going on, or let y'all know what's going on if I feel like it. You know, it just all depends. But anyway, I've talked long enough. My name is Jimmy. I probably said way too much than I should have. My name is Jimmy, and you're watching Prime It Is Best. I'm also on Facebook, Prime It Is Best, and Instagram, Prime It Is Best. I got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget. I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1, and also my wife has started me a Facebook page, Man on a Budget. Man on a Budget, that's me, Man on a Budget. My wife and I try to do videos on there as well, you know, going to thrift stores, yard sales, pawn shops, flea markets, you know, just whatever that, you know, we find interesting. Maybe y'all might want to tag along. and you know, hang out with us for a while, for a few minutes, and see. We always, if we buy something, we always show you what we buy at the end of the video and how much it cost, how much we paid. We're always looking for thrift store deals and stuff like that. Plus, I'll throw in cars and trucks now and again. If I see some on the highway or meet somebody at a parking lot or something that's got something interesting, I'll throw it in there too, just for giggles. But anyway, if you'd like and subscribe to both my channels, Primer Does Best and Man on a Budget, I sure would be grateful. Like I said, be sure to pray for us if you would, and I'll be happy to pray for y'all if you'll let me know what's you know, you want me to pray for you, and I'll be happy to do that. Y'all have a blessed day. Thanks for watching, guys, and listening to me talk while this truck runs. Okay, have a blessed day. I'll catch y'all in the next one, and I'm gonna put this stuff up. We got a storm coming in. Y'all have a blessed day. Please help others whenever you can. The Lord is watching all of us, isn't he? He's watching all of us. We got to pass this test here on this earth. It's just a test. We got to do good at it, right? Right. We got to do good. Oh yeah, give me that thumbs up, would you? I appreciate it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. You won't miss nothing if you like and subscribe. And this is Left Turn Bill, and that's Billy James. Y'all have a blessed day. Catch you in the next one. I'll see y'all later.